Alright, so here's a second go around. Got my trusty pen selected here. Right now we're going to go around with Chapter 3, Problem 18. I'm going to start by making sure that I've turned to page 77. I'm going to go ahead and read Problem 18. The boxbug class has one constructor which takes one integer parameter. You'll see the example of code there. The side of the square traced by the bug is measured between the centers of the grid cells where the bug turns. When side length is set to 0, the bug keeps turning in one cell and never moves. Add 3 more constructors to this class. 1. A no-args constructor, which sets bug's color to color.red and side length to 0. 2. A constructor that takes one parameter, bug color, and sets the bug's color to bug color and side length to 0. 3. A constructor that takes 2 parameters, bug color and length, and sets bug's color to bug color and side length to length. Run the boxbug runner program and test the added constructors interactively using GridWorld's direct manipulation interface feature. That essentially is a long way of saying right-click and test the constructors. So when we start off by looking at this, we're going to see that we actually have that initial constructor. Actually, the initial constructor isn't here at all. We're going to go ahead and add in 3 constructors. Okay, so first off, a no-args constructor which sets bug's color to color.red and side length to 0. So what we're going to find here is we have, this is literally just the code for the constructors, by the way. It doesn't include the code for the class. That's already included within the boxbug class, which is a separate piece of code. I'm only looking at how you would write down the constructors, okay? That's what this really predominantly focuses on. So we have our constructor here. No doubts about that. Color in my little arrow. Convenient that I'm using color red. That first constructor sets the bug's color to color.red, side length to 0, and then steps we currently have as 0. We weren't asked for steps, so really this is just making sure that we're being consistent with the constructor that's in the problem for number 18. We don't need to necessarily put the steps, but it's good to be consistent in this particular instance. I didn't even need to write steps, it just felt like it. So now we're going to go ahead, I'm going to look at the next constructor. We have public boxbug color bug color. So up in the first constructor we had no args. Right, so there's absolutely nothing passed through the parameters. Here, this constructor takes one parameter, which is bug color. So notice we do color, which is a class, bug color. So what we're doing here is we're actually passing an object through the parameters. In this instance, it happens to be bug color. So within the parameters, we want to set color to bug color. It's done right here. We want to set side length to 0. And then, of course, we got steps equals 0 as we did previously. So this sets bug color to literally bug color. Same structure. Right. You'll see up here we use color.red. Well, bug color could be any number of things. It should be defined in another spot. And so this is able to go ahead and make use of where that is defined. Steps equals 0. Once again, consistent. Side length, all we're doing is just setting the side length equal to 0. Now we get on to the third one. We have a constructor that takes 2 parameters. We have bug color, and then we also have length. We should know based on the problem and the pretext that's provided there, that length is an integer, and we already know that bug color is a color. Since we know that color is capitalized, once again, we can always assume that it's a class. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to black ink here. Bear with me now. Alright, so within this, we are setting color to bug color again. This is consistent with the argument that we pass through the parameters. Side length equals length. This is also consistent with the argument that we pass through our parameters, and then steps is 0, which is consistent with our other constructors previously. That, for as long and as much text was included in that problem, is it. Should be pretty quick and easy for you guys, and you should definitely be getting the hang of this by now, okay? So if you have any problems, don't forget to email me. That is all. Hallelujah.